It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and boy, don't tell you in your head for your authority. Tell it can't take your love it. Come stop right here for us. Bring the sector to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it, I mean you check. You are where safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must pass on report. Come stop the people bringing sector to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep it yourself, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Stop the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep it yourself, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep yourself, let's stop it, crime for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep yourself, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Gammersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Randy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gully Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. No one's going to go 24. They thought of EGK.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to the midweek edition of the program from the Print News. Today, February 19, 2025. My name is Wendell Nimna, and I'm here this morning on the program from the Print News, brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction, and our one and only Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. Liberians, I hope you are drinking Pina Coco. It's the latest to hit the Liberian market, and it was brought into the country by Exodus Best Price Store. So this morning, let's run through the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper, and very interesting stories, too many of them to share with you on this edition of the program. So let's take our very first story. Let's take our very first story here this morning on the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. It says here, police officers record after Capital Car incident as lawmakers face expulsion threats amid leadership crisis. The Liberian National Police have recalled 2 police support unit officers following their involvement in a controversy incident at the Capitol building on Tuesday. Sergeant Sam C. F. Cabo and Chief Inspector Frank P. Banda are under investigation by the LMP Professional Standards Division for their role in forcefully unlocking Representative Yeke Koluba's vehicle. The incident unfolded amid a parking dispute when Rep. Koluba deliberately parked in the reserved space for the Speaker of the House, a spot traditionally occupied by Speaker J. Fonati Kofa. The maneuver, viewed by some as an act of defiance against Majority Bloc declared Speaker Richard Namwe Kun, prompted Kun to order police action. Acting on those orders, officers used a drill to unlock the vehicle, a tactic that has sparked widespread criticism and raised serious questions about the legality of the directive. Deputy Commissioner for Press and Public Affairs Cecilia Clark reiterated that the LMP's commitment to upholding professional standards, stating 2 police support unit officers assigned at the Capitol have been recalled in connection to today's occurrence. They are currently under investigation at the Professional Standards Division. The LMP remain committed to maintaining law and order in the country. The car incident is only one facet of the broader leadership crisis gripping the House of Representatives. Lawmaker aligned with the Rule of Law Caucus lawyer to Speaker Kofa condemned the use of force, with Rep. Koliba, a vocal critic of Coon's authority, reporting the matter to the police and signaling intentions to pursue legal action. In a separate development during a session at the Centennial Pavilion, the majority bloc threatened to suspend or expel several lawmakers for repeated unexcused absences. The threatened discipline targets include Speaker Fonati Kofa and Representative Musa Hassan Belati of District Number 7, Nima County, Tai Wongbe, District Number 9, Nima County, Luther S. Collins, District Number 2, Bapolo County, and Roland O.P. Cooper, District Number 1, Magibi County. According to House Standing Rule 48.7, lawmakers missing multiple sessions without a formal excuse face suspension with associated salary deductions or expulsion. Representative James Collett, District Number 2, Bond County, has urged the House to enforce accountability, emphasizing that prolonged absences deprive constituents of necessary representation. Magibi County Representative Ivor Jones further mentioned for the Chief Clerk, Major Sayan, to notify the absent lawmakers to attend the session on Thursday, February 20, 2025, or face the application of Rule 48.7. Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, Grand Crew County, District Number 2, 8 session days absent, equivalent to 1 month. Rep. Musa Hassan Belati, Nima County, District 7, 6 days absent, 2 days present. Rep. Tai Wongbe, Nima County, District Number 9, 8 days absent. Rep. Luther S. Collins, Bapolo County, District 2, 5 days absent, 3 days present. Rep. Roland O.P. Cooper, Magibi County, District 1, 6 days absent, 2 days present. The ongoing power struggle has deepened divisions within the House, while the majority bloc backed by the Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala continues to assert control over legislative proceedings. The Rule of Law Caucus maintains that Rep. Coon's leadership is illegitimate. The stance was bolstered by Associate Justice Yami Kwekwe-Bese, who recently described the majority bloc's action as ultra-virus or beyond their legal authority. As the leadership crisis persists, the dramatic events at the Capitol underscore the deep-seated divisions within Liberia's legislative branch, with both law enforcement actions and internal disciplinary measures further complicating an already volatile political environment. Well, folks, we can leave it there and take another story here. And let's get to our next story. Main remains of President Tolbert. 13 officials missing at alleged mass grave family consider expert search. It has been 45 years since the tragic events of April 22, 1980, forever changed the course of Liberia's history. Yet, despite decades of pain and searching, the remains of the late President William Richard Tolbert and the Titan government officials executed alongside him remain lost, buried in a mystery that deepens with each passing year. This search for closure began anew with a somber exhumation effort at Palm Grove Cemetery on Center Street, the presumed final resting place of those political martyrs. Led by St. Moses Funeral Parlor and supported by the April 22nd Memorial Group, the exhumation was intended to bring some peace to the families who have carried the weight of unanswered questions for decades. Prominent figures, including former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and Alexander Cummings were present at the site, paying their respect to those who lost their lives during the April 12, 1980 coup that shook Liberia. That fateful day, Liberia's 20th president, William R. Tolbert, was assassinated in the coup orchestrated by Master Sergeant Samuel K. Doe and group of low-ranking soldiers. Tolbert's body, along with those of 13 senior officials from his administration, killed by firing squad 10 days later, following the kangaroo court-martial, was thrown into a single mass grave, their fate sealed in one of the darkest chapters of Liberia's history. Since then, their families and loved ones have waited for answers and for the opportunity to bring their remains home. On the first day of the search, however, the exhumation team came up empty. There were no remains found in what was believed to be the mass grave. The hopes of the families after 45 years were left dashed yet again as the mystery surrounding the final resting place of their loved ones deepened. A symbolic grave, but no bodies. For Madame Maureen Shaw, a longtime resident of UN Draft community and a member of the family that owns the Palm Grove Cemetery, this latest revelation wasn't entirely unexpected. In a conversation after the memorial service, Shaw shared her memories of the events surrounding the original burial of the political masters. She vividly recalls the moment when the bodies were initially dumped into the grave, revealing a haunting scene. The dump truck raised the bodies when I started crying. I saw former government officials and Tolbert in his white suit, and yet they dumped them, Shaw recalled. Her family's cemetery, she explains, was never meant to be the final resting place of these martyrs. When William R. Tolbert Jr. fixed this grave here, it was symbolic. As you can see, the bust, the grave, but nothing is there. They just did it there for every year to come, for people to pray, but wreaths of the grave, but nothing was there, she said. Palm Grove Cemetery, Shaw explained, is a privately owned family burial ground, and the government never had legal authority to dig graves or bury bodies there. Government could not go to Palm Grove Cemetery to dig holes to bury the officials, Shaw added. The law is the law. This is why when Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf started clearing the place, families went to the Mary Brough and said, "We own this place, so the government cannot come to do anything here." Seeking answers, the search continues. The revelation that no remains were found during the exhumation has sparked frustration among the families, who are now exploring the possibility of bringing in experts to aid in their search. One anonymous family member expressed their growing concern about the mysteries, stating that the first day of the search confirmed the doubts many had about the location of the bodies. The families are contemplating bringing in experts to search for the mass grave. The family member explained, "There were no bodies when they dug. People said that wasn't the spot, and they were right. The idea of bringing in forensic experts and exploring advanced technology to detect the mass grave is gaining traction. Experts in ground penetrating radar, magnetometry, and other techniques could help pinpoint the location of the grave with a level of precision previously unattainable." Well, let's leave the story right there, and let's follow more stories up here. And let's get to this one. Let's get to this story, something about the judiciary system. It says here the Supreme Court suspends 2 judges for ethical violations. The Supreme Court of Liberia has taken decisive action against 2 judges accused of serious ethical violations. Who are those judges? On Tuesday, February 18, the court announced the suspension of Judge Otavio Doe of the Sino County Monthly and Probate Court and Magistrate Marvin Barr of the Painesville City Court for breaches of the ethical standards expected of the judiciary. The steps towards accountability. Judge Doe has been suspended for 1 year without pay or benefits in response to his violations of multiple judicial canons, particularly Canon 35. The court deemed his conduct incompatible with the high ethical standards that governs Liberia's judiciary. As part of the ruling, all probate cases currently pending in the Sino County Probate Court will be transferred to the 3rd Judicial Circuit Court in Sino County. This measure aims to ensure that these critical cases continue to be heard without delay during the judge's absence. Magistrate Marvin Barr, similarly suspended for 1 year, also faces a sanction devoid of any pay or benefits. A suspension underscores the Supreme Court's firm stance on maintaining the ethical framework within Liberia's judicial system. Chief Justice's commitment to justice. That's Chief Justice C.I.A. Yeneji Yo, speaking on the matter, emphasized that these suspensions are part of the Supreme Court's efforts to promote judicial accountability and preserve the rule of law in Liberia. By taking these actions, the court reaffirms its commitment to transparency, fairness, and the high ethical standards that are vital to the integrity of our judicial system, she said. Impact on the judiciary. The suspension takes effect immediately, and both judges are prohibited from engaging with the public or handling any judicial matters during their time away from the bench. As part of this decision, the Supreme Court has urged the public to refrain from seeking judicial services from the suspended judges, ensuring that all legal matters are handled in accordance with the law. The suspension of Judge Doe and Magistrate Barr come at a time when Liberia's judicial system is under heightened scrutiny, and the Supreme Court's actions reflects its resolve to maintain the integrity of the judicial branch. A clear message of ethics. In addition to addressing the immediate concerns raised by the ethical violations, the Supreme Court's decision has sent a strong message to all judicial officers in Liberia. Adherence to ethical standards is non-negotiable. This move is part of the court's ongoing efforts to create a judiciary that is not only fair and transparent, but also accountable to the people it serves. And let's jump to more stories here. Let's get to more stories. This one. And okay, this is a lawsuit against Creighton Duncan. So we're not going to go into that. Let's get to serious issues. This one says, former Major Kogi congratulates predecessor and rallies support for Monrovia's cleanliness and development. As Liberia marks the 46th Monrovia Day, former Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Tamakoji has extended congratulations to his successor, John Sharuk Siafar, while calling for greater cooperation and tangible support to enhance the capital city's cleanliness and development. In a statement commemorating the day, Koji reflected his tenure, expressing gratitude to the residents of Monrovia for their unwavering support. He acknowledged it says here, he acknowledged the contributions of young people and students whose energy and commitment, he said, were instrumental in driving initiatives during his leadership. I extend special appreciation to the youth and student communities whose energy and commitment infuse our endeavors with hope and dynamism. Your immeasurable love and admiration were both humbling and inspiring, Koji said. Koji served as mayor of Monrovia from 2018 to 2024. Under his watch, he initiated several programs, including the beautification of Monrovia and the celebration of Monrovia Day. In his statement, he also paid tribute to former President George Weah, under whose administration he served as the youngest mayor in Liberia's history. Koji credited Weah for empowering young people, including himself, by giving them leadership opportunities. Despite my youthfulness, former President Weah entrusted me with the opportunity to serve as the youngest mayor in the history of our country. He noted his belief in the potential of young people extended beyond me, as he provided similar opportunities to many other young Liberians, empowering a new generation of leaders. Koji urged the staff of the Monrovia City Corporation, MCC, to extend the same level of support and dedication to the current mayor, emphasizing that unity and continuity are essential for the city's progress. However, he expressed concerns about what he described as inconsistencies in support from the central government under President Joseph Boakar's administration. He criticized the lack of tangible backing for urban development despite public declarations of commitment, arguing that such a gap between rhetoric and action has hindered the city's progress. A notable instance of this disconnect is the recent dismissal of 9 Monrovia City Corporation employees. Koji said these individuals were terminated following allegations of criticizing government officials on social media, including Mr. Boakar's. Such actions raised concerns about the administration's commitment to free speech and the fair treatment of civil servants. The former mayor emphasized that Monrovia's development requires a genuine partnership between the city government and the central administration, urging President Boakar to move beyond symbolic gestures and provide the necessary resources for effective urban management. And folks, let's leave it right there. As the former mayor, Koji congratulates his predecessor. And another story here says, let's get to more stories. Let's take this one. All right, let's take this one. Okay. Where is the story? I'm trying to get to it. Let's see, where is it? Yes, somewhere around here we can get this story. This internet trying to misbehave. Okay, but let's take this one. This is about one of our senators. It says here, I did not neglect my children. Senator Creighton Duncan responds to non-support lawsuit. And Sino County Senator Creighton Duncan is speaking out against allegations of neglect and non-support for his 2 children, following a persistent lawsuit filed by his ex-wife, Chamila Burfey, formerly Kuza. The former Liberian musician and Senator Duncan's ex-wife is now remarried, but their divorce has left behind legal and emotional battles that continue to unfold in court. According to a lawsuit filed at the Monrovia City Court, Mrs. Burfey, represented by Mrs. Tennant S. Johnson, claims that Senator Duncan has repeatedly failed to provide financial support for their children. The complaint accuses the senator of intentionally neglecting his responsibilities, which is in violation of Section 16.5 of Liberia's Penal Code. In an interview on February 18, Senator Duncan vehemently denied the accusations, asserting that he has always been supportive of his children's welfare. At no point have I ever neglected my children or delayed in providing the necessary financial, academic, and moral support, Duncan said. He emphasized that since his relationship with Jamila, he has consistently supported not only his biological children, but also her 4 children from previous marriage. Duncan recalled that during their divorce, the court had initially awarded him custody of their children. However, he chose to allow his ex-wife to care for them, citing their young age at the time. The day we divorced, the court gave me the right to have the children, but I said no. They are very small. She can have them, and I will be supporting them, Duncan explained. He further added that the court had also agreed that he will have unfettered access to his children, and they were to visit him on weekends so that they could bond with their father. I have been doing that over the years, even supporting her other children, he said. However, he revealed that despite these arrangements, his ex-wife has been refusing him access to the children. Senator Duncan made it clear that he has never faltered in his financial contributions, highlighting a recent payment of US $10,000 to Sabo Ed International School to cover outstanding tuition and fees for his children. I was shocked when I found out about the arrears because I have always sent the school fees directly to her, Duncan said. He explained that after his ex-wife left Liberia for the United States, he attempted to maintain regular contact with his children and encouraged weekend visits to his home. However, he claims that Mrs. Burfey has been blocking these attempts, effectively depriving his children of their fatherly love and presence. Despite his efforts to reach a resolution, Duncan said he made the difficult decision to slow down his financial support earlier this year, in January, until the court could intervene and address the issue of access to his children. She is coming up with this court action because I have decided not to give her a dime until I can have access to my children, Duncan explained. I cannot be supporting my children in a blind spot. They must be able to see me or come and spend weekends with me. A history of support. The senator further expressed disbelief at the notion that he would neglect his own biological children when he has been so devoted to supporting Jamila's children from his previous marriage. How can I refuse to support my own children when I even sent Jamila's children to the Liberian Turkish Light International School, paying US $3,500 per child annually? He asked. Her children cannot take care of mine because they are all babies to me. Senator Duncan also recalled that the first lawyer hired by his ex-wife, Councilor Serena Cephas, had initially pursued the case but later withdrew after learning that Mrs. Burfey was obstructing his access to their children. He refused to go further with He refused to go further with the case because of her decision to deprive me of seeing my children, Duncan noted. Senator Duncan is expected to appear before the Monrovia City Court on February 19, that's today, to answer to the lawsuit. Despite the ongoing legal battle, he made it clear that he will abide by any ruling the court delivers. I have an unending love for my children, and I will continue to provide all necessary support for them, regardless of how this case unfolds, he said. All right, folks, we will leave it right there. And so far, so good. Those are all the stories we can take this morning. So we will take our break. When we come back, I will draw down our talking points this morning on this midweek edition of the program from the Print News, brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia, Exodus Best Price Tool, and Mayuba and Sons.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't tell her in your hands for the right authority. Tell it not take your love in. Come stop by here for us. Bring the scepter to your door. Whether you reach or you fall. If you see a you must talk it. Let me you check. You are for yourself. If you see it, don't keep it. You must pass a report. Come stop up. The people bringing scepter to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep it yourself, let's stop it, crown for all of us. Stop the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep it yourself, let's stop it, crown for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Zion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep it yourself, let's stop it, crown for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop on Liberia, on the sector to interior. Keep it yourself, let's stop it, crown for all of us.
Randy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, we have for the first time introduced on the LIV market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, True Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more provide, so start to talk. Come on, go in deep and deeper. Put it to the EGK. We are living since in
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushwell Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Yes, they are one of the big hands in the petroleum business in Liberia. They have been into the distribution of petroleum products for more than 20 years and stay providing services to the people of Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, headed by its Chief Executive Officer, Amadou Sharif. And we are also proud to be associated with Crime Stoppers Liberia. Crime Stoppers Liberia, headed by Old Man Sam Sion, and Mayoba and Sons, Amadou Sharif, Exodus Best Price Store, Henry Jackson. All right, and Exodus have brought into the country something called Pina Coco. All right, they call it extra power for men. So those of you who I refer to as chicken, you need to get a taste and experience. Pina Coco is the newest to hit the Liberian market, and it was brought into the country by Exodus Best Price Store. So go to any of the outlets on the Old Road or Gurley Street, or just get to those local spots and just ask for Pina Coco. You're going to get it. But let's get you this breaking news. It says here, tension escalates at Liberia National Police Headquarters amid investigation of Capital Arson attack. And this story was posted by Willie Ntuba, former news director here at Freedom Communications, and a writer there, as a matter of fact, reporter at the Front Page Africa newspaper. The Liberia National Police Headquarters in Monrovia has become a hotbed of tension and unrest following the arrival of Montserrat County District 15 Representative Abu B. Kamara and District 16 Representative Dixon Wulauli Sibo. Both lawmakers have been called in to answer questions related to the alleged arson attack on the Capitol building, an incident that has caused widespread concern and allegations of misconduct at the highest levels of government. The situation turned volatile earlier, Wednesday, February 19, when personnel of the Liberia National Police refused entry to Montserrat County District 10 Representative Yeko Koluba, a vocal critic of the government, who arrived at the police headquarters to show support for his colleagues. Koluba was barred from entering the compound despite his status as a sitting lawmaker. The police officer, who cited direct orders from Inspector General Gregory Coleman, claimed that the restriction was part of an ongoing investigation into the Capitol arson attack. The denial of Koloba's entry sparked a fierce exchange with the officers, with the lawmaker vehemently protested what he described as a blatant affront to his constitutional rights and the sanctity of his office. Kolobai accused the police of deliberately undermining the authority of elected officials and violating democratic norms by preventing him from attending a crucial public inquiry. The disrespect shown to my office today is a clear sign of the growing authoritarianism under this government, Kolobai declared as tensions escalated between the police and the lawmaker. So, folks, as we speak, the two lawmakers are currently at the Liberia National Police headquarters, where they have gone to answer to questions about the fire incident that took place at the Capitol. And so their supporters are there. And so the country right now, as we speak, I don't know, Liberia, this country, we just need to pray. We just need to pray because all of the ugly things happening in the country, they are all signs of danger. They are all signs of danger. What happened yesterday at the Capitol, you know, we saw that. You know, it's scaring. It's scaring. And some people, as we speak, they are fed up with what's happening in this country. And some of them are you know, finding means to get out. I don't know for what reason. They are finding means to get out. But we've been talking to people who are so confused about the ongoing crisis in the country. This crisis that is causing serious tension in our country, it needs to stop. The lawmakers went there today to support their colleagues, to listen to the questions that will be posed to them by the security personnel, but some of them were stopped from entering. Some of them were not given the chance to enter the building. Those of you who have access to Android phones, you're watching it, right? You see what is happening there. The police has barricaded everywhere. So all of the supporters of these lawmakers are just, you know, standing far away from the entrance of the headquarters. They are being barricaded not to enter. Even lawmakers who left their offices to go and give their support to their colleagues. That thing is now a secret thing when you call lawmakers then to go answer questions. You know, the people will be accompanied by their lawyers and their supporters. So Yeke Kolobai is also part of the minority bloc. And yesterday we saw what happened at the Capitol, involving police officers breaking into the vehicle of the lawmaker. Yeke said he had $25K in his car, $2 million Liberian dollars in his car, his laptop, his iPhone, and other personal belongings. The complaint was taken to the Liberia National Police, and according to Yeke, if he doesn't get any redress from the court, the same thing that happened to a vehicle, he would do it to Konka. Because Kun is not a legitimate speaker. So he's not going to regard Kun, he's not going to regard Kun as a speaker. Because Kun is fighting for recognition. That's what he's doing. And these guys are not giving him the recognition. They are not referring to him as a speaker because they don't see him as a speaker. They all know that the legitimate and constitutional speaker is J. Fonati Kofa. So they are giving all of their support to Kofa. And Kun is not happy with that. You know, yesterday we passed on Broad Street. I did not even know that these guys were having session at the executive pavilion on Ashmont Street, between Broad and Ashmont, between Randall and Gurley. So I saw all the vehicles parked. Until last night, I got to know that all the guys were having session at the executive pavilion. And I was like, but then what took Kun to the Capitol building? Because if they were having session there, he is the head of the quote unquote speaker for the majority bloc. So why he left from all the way the executive pavilion to go to the Capitol building? Apparently, he got a call that where his vehicle was always packed, Yeke vehicle was parked in that position. So you listen to one of the lawmakers who was saying that, or who said that he was present when those assertion was made by the regime speaker that you move the car from yes, any way you can move it, you move it from there. Anybody who try to do recording, you block them from doing recording. That's how journalist Winston Blyden camera was phone got damaged in the process. So that thing yesterday was very simple. Like I listened to somebody, one guy posted on the social media, I'm not going to call his name, but he was giving his criminal justice opinion about what transpired yesterday. That what he, as a criminal justice practitioner, expected of the Liberia National Police when they noticed that this vehicle was parked in the position they said that Kun always parked his vehicle, they were to call, Yeke, or Yeke, come and have your vehicle removed because this parking lot is not yours. Failure on Yeke part, call the tow truck to have the vehicle removed and taken to the impounding ground. But the guys went and drilled the lawmaker vehicle. I mean, the thing was just like a movie. That's you're breaking into some other car. That's criminal. You drill the person's vehicle, open it, sat in the vehicle, knowing the fact that this man got his personal things in the vehicle. So that was what the police was supposed to do on yesterday, because the police is there to protect and serve. But when you get used by politicians, this is what happened to you. The politicians are using the police to go against the citizens. People who differ with them when they go wrong. They are using the police to go after these people. So look at what happened yesterday at the grounds of the Capitol when a sitting lawmaker vehicle was broken into. Then you had the police standing right there and aiding and abetting the process. Police to get involved in that kind of thing yesterday. Wow. This country is doomed, my people. Where are we heading as a country? All the ugly things that are happening in the country. Saint Joseph Boakai over the country, the rule of law. Then the worst of it, the justice minister went and misinterpreted the Supreme Court's ruling, giving the executive and the Senate more grounds to support the majority bloc. Because immediately when the justice minister spoke, it was right after that the Senate decided to work with the majority bloc, recognizing Richard Cohen as the speaker. Richard Cohen went to attend service at the Church of the President, Effort Baptist Church. He was not recognized as a speaker by the preacher man. The president of the Republic of Sierra Leone was here the other day as the keynote speaker on the 68th Armed Forces Day celebration. He did not also recognize Richard Cohen as the speaker. So Richard Cohen is not, he's not happy. He's bitter because he's not being recognized. Only people who are in support of his ugly action as, recognizing him as speaker. Richard Cohen, you want to be speaker, take your people to session. Take your people to session, get the numbers, and boot Fonati out. But the way he's doing it, and I like the position statement from the constituents of District Number 2, Grand Crew County. To you, Fonati Kofa, I'm also a son of Grand Crew County, and a family man to the Mbato speaker. So the people of District Number 2, Grand Crew County have spoken that any attempt by you, Fonati Kofa, to step aside, you will feel their wrath. And when the country people speak, you know what it means, right? So they have spoken. They are saying that they will stand with you till the end of time. So this fight, we are all into it, and don't give up. Because when you give up, then you have defeated the fight. So don't give up. Let's keep fighting. Fonati, the day you pull your pen down, you will get us to contend with. So those were the assertions made by the constituents of District Number 2, Grand Crew County, to Fonati Kofa, that they are with him in this fight. Any attempt by him to step aside, to resign that speaker position, he will let one of my men say baller. He will baller with that. So fellow Liberians, we just got to pray for our country. We just got to keep praying, because the thing will put our hand in, we're inside. We're not leaving from inside until after 6 years. These people are telling us they're not going to respect the rule of law. They're going to do it their own way. What would satisfy them and what they would do. What are the law, not law, the thing that they would satisfy them, that what they would do. Anybody who obstacles to them, they will get rid of you by all costs. They're not looking at law again. After the law part been temporary ever since Joseph Boakai took over, the whole law been in our country is chakla. Because when you have the president disrespecting the rule of law, then it means that the rule of law is no longer, respected in our country, because the number one man is also in violation of it. So the people are telling us that they will do anything, anybody who is obstacle, anybody who is trying to block them from doing what would please them, you will bother with stiff resistance from them. This is what they are telling us. And you get called about one of those, voicing our all in the counties, in the trenches, telling the people you vote Joseph Boakai. This is the same Yeke man coming out today after we elected Joseph Boakai. He's the very man coming up today to tell us that Joseph Boakai is 100% corrupt. Because all of the campaign promises he made, he's not living up to it. He is not living up to it. So he's no longer throwing his weight behind Joseph Boakai. So today now, yesterday, Yeke was being celebrated by the very Unity Party government. Yes, yesterday when they were in opposition, they were being, Yeke were being celebrated by them. Today, they see Yeke as a pain in their flesh. They just don't want to see the grounds that he walked on. So they would do everything. They are threatening their colleagues for expulsion and all of that. Do people get any right to say they will expel their colleagues? Who get that kind of right? Because they were not the ones who elected these people. You must get the signature to have these people expelled. Or, that's the only way. But coming up as a body to say they will expel, I don't see it. I don't know where in our constitution or in our law it says that they have the authority, the majority bloc, to suspend folks from the minority bloc. All these things happening. We wake up every day, we're crying for job. We're crying for job. How job will come to the country? When the people that who's supposed to come invest in our country, they're seeing all these things happening. How you think they will come from their money in Liberia? Who won't put money here when they know when the security is shaking? Yesterday, we read a story that Liberia is one of the countries that are being used now for transit point for drugs. No wonder why our kids are getting destroyed every day, because Liberia is a transit point for drugs. And we've been told that some of the senior government officials are the one linked to it. So they're using Liberia now for all the bad things to happen, because Joseph Boakai is old, his brain has depreciated. He's no longer the Joseph Boakai that we all knew before. Age has caught up with him and all of that. They think that nature, the own vice president said it. After the man said all these things about him, he handpicked him and made him his vice president. The man said 2017, good. 2023, no. Go and rest, retire, go play with your grandkids. But Liberia has turned into a lawless country. Police, in the presence of the entire world, watching live. Policemen jump in lawmaker car. Policemen standing right there, the drilling lawmaker car. Then he didn't stop there. Uniform and enter into the lawmaker car. Policemen are supposed to be protecting. The policeman is aiding and abetting the process in front of our very eyes. But there are people involved to be police officers anymore. But they will not be dismissed. They will not be suspended because they are being supported by the power that be. So nothing's going to happen to them. Those guys will walk scot-free. Nobody's going to touch them. Let's wait and see whether one day we'll wake up and we'll see on the newspapers or we'll read on the social media that these 2 police officers that were involved into the breaking into the lawmaker's vehicle was suspended or dismissed. We'll not see that thing. That thing, what they say, they carry them to professional standard division. That's charade. Those guys were operating upon others. What kind of policeman will be brave? You will not consult your superior. You will just get up and just go and do things knowing the fact that you have your bosses. That's what happened. Well, folks, let's take few calls. Is 10 minutes after midday. Let's read the comments first, and we'll come back and take few calls, and then we leave from here at 12:30. This is the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9. Let's go to the lines of no. Let's do the comments first. Let's take the comments first, and then we'll come back. We take calls. So let's read this. Let me just take a quick break. Let's take a quick break and be right back. All right, folks, let's get to the comments now. Let's read the comments for you. Okay, this one from Son of KOK says, good morning. I'm Isaac. Isaac Promise Woodson, following you from Dole Community. Bobby M. Brown says, good morning, Freedom Family. It says, I'm following you from Bourgeois Island. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Boston says, good morning, guys. I'm following you from Barnesville, Quebec, the district of Gentleman Agreement Speaker. And this one from Bree Zezo Tamba Junior. He says, good morning. Thanks for the information. I am Ernest Chuku Tamba Junior, watching you live from Barnesville, Kessley Boulevard, 15-2 Community. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Boston Jr. says, the lawless gentleman agreement speaker need to be put in his proper position because the guy is damaging our country image out there. Romeo Omio Colley says, good morning, Freedom Family. I'm following you live from Kingsville Township, Cockatown Highway. And Ralph Cooper is watching from Denver, Colorado, USA. Stanley A. Anderson says, good morning, Freedom Radio. I'm watching you live from down Waterside this morning. And there's one from Eric Sebe. Says, watching you from River G. Bobby M. Barr says, President Bwaka needed not to bring back former government officials who served in Ellen's government with tinted character, including Gregory Coleman, because instead of helping to resolving the skyrocketing economic challenge faced by the country and people, they are rather leading the president to errors and failure. Sadly, the likes of Coleman is in possession of Western visa and have his family abroad, so he cares less about what happens to our country. And Clarence Dwyer says, I wonder how Joseph Blanca going to describe his regime speaker actions at the Capitol building. He referred to the Capitol building burning as hooliganism. How is he going to describe regime speaker attack on Honorable Yeke Koloba vehicle yesterday morning? And Rebecca Sayon says, good morning, Brother Wendell. Good morning to you, Rebecca. Renford Swa says, I'm watching you from San Quentin State in Nema County. And Clarence Dwyer again says, I feel for my motherland. Joseph Boakai is the most lawless, democratically elected president ever in the history of Liberia and world at large. Peter says, I am politically called Peter Lynn Peters, following you from Congo Town. And so far, so good. Those are all the comments. So let's get to the phone lines and take a few calls, and then we go from here at 12:30. So you can call us. Those of you listening, call and make your contribution. The numbers to call are 0776 104 104, 086 500 104, and the female line is 0770 297 016. The WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. And let me read this message. It says, Solomon George is a hypocritical individual. His standard is double. He expects others to follow rules of principles that he himself cannot follow. His character often contradicts his work. All right, from Rosetta Sankali. And folks, let's go to the phone lines. Let's now start to take your calls. Let's take this person. Yeah, how are you? Let's hear you, Prince. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Newman, for the show. Mr. Newman, I'm taking this morning, I'm thinking, what of my kids are happening like tomorrow? Because when the type of things is happening, a lot on school. And then this person is not, I don't even know what kind of thing like blood put are saying. So like bring the phone to little later for morally. You find somebody vocal right, somebody office. Somebody using train machine to train their police car. It can't get it into our head. Before they say their head, the minute, I go on that joke with what I'm doing with the country. Like you would never recognize their history. Because it's terrible much for I call it for you don't see the type of thing happening, the president is there. And then me and you, I'm looking at that is a family person to you. You are so you know you sit there picking this very type of way. You are carrying on it out. He's showing money to make it to make it in your country. How you get to come? How you want people to get you up? How you want to build? Put them on.
Oh my God, I didn't cut you off. You went off. Let's take another person. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
I'm Martina calling from Boston.
Go ahead. Let's hear you, Martina.
Brother, it's sad. It's painful assassination for you, my brother. What is going on? Like law for all of us, Papa. If you don't make it law for us, then we be our country alone and get out. Because what we could do, we are not being recognized by any other nation. Why is it that? It's giving us problem. We recognize something over country only. We don't know which to go. So they leave us alone, we begging. So like the for me.
Thank you very much, Martina. Let's go back to the phone lines and take you this person. Hello.
Oh, afternoon, sir. Yeah.
Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show, sir. Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, William. Let's hear you.
Thank you ever so much. We are in the serious trouble. This country is heading nowhere. But bro, we got some money and people are happy and we don't know what to go. There's what coming home. Because the way people are behaving in the realm. I want to go and do such a thing. And we're fighting. I want to see all these things happening. Don't have, I got elected government. We want to follow law. We don't violate everything. So if the thing we got data and violate everything, there is no rule or law that is respecting our going on. So we are in serious trouble. We won't pull the company. They see that they can be a poster to things. They have a community that invested in so much, so a lot of money. They don't want to see a thing go down the drain or going far off. But now we're going down backward. We're not going forward. We are paying for and I got skip stage of the issue to see that they can back out to here or else. We want some money and all about will be near the rich. Don't want to be that way. Thank you.
Thank you, William Blue. Thanks for your contribution. Let's talk to this person. Hello? Hello? You gotta be doing all that thing that with your phone. Got patient for that, oh. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. What's your name?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead. Your name and where you join us from?
Okay, thank you very much for the recognition for the public to focus around and don't use money for a new destination. People we know, we are receiving trouble to see a 49-year-old experienced popular history that he is a people alcohol, that he is a metal-oriented person, and only comes to the table with his race. Nothing becomes to the table but purpose of his race. A father cannot control his own children, then what we do with his own children? Because at the people we know, a father cannot control his own children, then what we say about his own children? You see how we are children in darkness is like put up our force. You see that all kinds of get to this behavior one more for the children. So we have to be with them for any story. From the thing is not from being a people all. You can see what's on here. You can hear people from what you are. So we have to get to for you. That's the what we are. When you see, you get all them people cars, the bossy offices, and you got 49-year-old men that sitting like a statically. So you have to get by the way, we are not surprised. When we see fellows start to get out. When you follow the constitution, to not the constitution, they want to children.
Okay.
We are we'll tell you about where our lawmaker and we'll tell you
Thank you very much. Let's take more calls. Let's come back and take more calls. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Print News.
Yeah. We know we are not surprised of what's going on because we know that we have my only appeal is to the United States of America to come in and intervene because they know how much we spend to restore our democracy within the country. Looking at our country now, we are going somewhere else. So that's all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. He wants America to step in to help us resolve this crisis. Let's talk to you. Hello. Hello. Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you? Yeah. Ezekiel, what's up? Welcome to the show. Let's hear.
Yeah. What a problem. You can own more. Without or kill us. Instead of there, you don't want to return. And nothing will give us that many things of your doing. And what part is necessary happening? The calamity I believe. Then when the black get up, where will get up? We'll be saying that on the third and another minute. Look at the way one more about the power. So last time I look at the people. The bill cannot have the best a bill can tell me but there is now. Oh, we want to look at the quantity on the get damage. We are just I mean we're going to tell you can say my man, oh but go please. You see now look at the four look at this. The people all look at it they need the look at things. Why is it? You see now look at it. Is it correct? The bill go to kill and the message key to us, the work or send the people. But they look for looking with the like it. But people go to kill at the message that key to go. They never start.
Okay.
Yes. I cannot make it out tomorrow. Only one month tomorrow. I'm a follower of this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to the overseas line and take this person. We have Rebecca Say on the line. Rebecca, good afternoon from Liberia and welcome. Rebecca, are you there? Yes, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. This is Rebecca calling from Minnesota.
Yes, we know that. Make use of your make use of your 1 minute, Becky. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, let me be very frank with Liberians. We need to go back to God to pray, to ask God for forgiveness. Yes, we need to go back to God. What is happening is spiritual, and it's punishment that's coming to us with Liberia. Because why? We want to have our own will. If you read the book of Samuel, before I can lead you, Papa, 1 Samuel chapter 8, the Bible said the Israelites, they asked God, they said they want a king. And the king they were not just want a king that will lead the country, but they want a king in their own way, with selfishness, with pride. So for that reason, when they asked God, they didn't wait. And when they elected or they appointed their own king, with this, please submit the prophet. And God brought calamity on them. I said calamity. But the only thing I will tell us, I will tell you people, the Bible tells us that when the things are happening, those that know their God will be strong and do exploit. So they'll continue to be on the right side. Let God bless us. But Liberia need to go back to God.
Okay.
They need to go to God and ask God everybody. The pastor, when they pray, they were taking their hands. We need to go back to God. Thank you for having me, Papa.
Thank you, Rebecca. And we can take. Let's see, we got time to squeeze in 1 or 2 more calls. Amos, you can call back, and we'll take you. Right. So we have some unread messages. Let's quickly get to them while we await our 2 last callers. All right. There's one here from Darlington Rose says, good morning. I'm watching you from New Georgia. A Wally T City says, all right. Solo lie yesterday on Bar Radio. My name is A Wally T City, CK Mighty Blue from Police Academy, CDC Peking. All right, let me talk to Amos. Let's take Amos. Amos, good afternoon from Liberia and welcome to the show.
Yeah, my dear brother, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We don't have much time, so let's quickly give you a minute to make your import.
Yeah, in March, people have the right to call to give their view on the show or on the other show. But I think the advice I got for every Liberian is we need to take our own stuff into our own hand at this time, because the very America I hear people calling on are the same Americans, not the entire American population, but we all know the story of the former ambassador that just left the region, Michael McCarthy. We know where the role he played in Liberia. So if you're calling on the same people that put a soul on your food to come and kill the soul, then what was the intent of putting the soul on your food? So my only advice to Liberians, let's go back to the soil, grow more food, because the aid that have been cut off from the entire Africa is a punishment for our wicked leaders who come to authority to serve their country, but instead serving their masters and then enslaving their own people. So at this point, do not call on America, do not call on Europe, because they will not help you. It's a agenda they are working on. Listen, when I will send you a video, the people intent is for 4 billion African, okay? They want to exterminate African because the resources of Africa is what they want to grab. But because they see sensible leaders rising up, that's why all these games have been played. So if the population will not rise up and stand up for themselves, grow more food, go back to the soil, and let us grow our own food. Do not blame America, do not blame Europe, do not blame the West or whatsoever, because you're on your own. So do not say you're calling America for help. They will not help you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amos. Let's close up with Masisi. Masisi, good afternoon. Welcome. Yeah, we're okay. You're our last caller. Let's hear you. Don't come here flower off.
Thank you. So, what happened yesterday, it was very bad. We need to contain it.
Yeah.
Okay? We just don't care if we need to contain it. So, see, the number two, going at the extent to sport, they can pull back. I was wrong. We already said yesterday, if they did the postpone and came for Buka, we were asking all of the people. You know, the rest is a bit done. So today we'll go a couple of days to be having our session, and then for the other side, the session to the old marshal. That will be hearing. It's an old marshal.
Yeah.
One person yesterday, because they saw the poor having a session yesterday, a couple of days, one day yesterday, to go at the step. And after that, parking lot, if you can park your car, you not even step up, or you force it for parking lot to be for you. It was wrong yesterday, and that's it. The rebel can do it. The rebel can do it. He must have happy and you were coming for you can't follow back. And you can remember. But you not please, you don't find a car, you can't come out going to find a car, you will come and play, leave a car, lay back there. You don't know what you know. So tell his party, you can't come back because he's fighting the spell around for you. It was wrong, that's the rebel behavior there. What else you want to from? The good people. And I'm really trying to call you to all and say, but what you say yesterday, it was bad. It was bad. What else you want to call leaders? We say in the church, we will be happy to us now. Like a rebel. And we get nowhere to go. The whole world is watching us. The whole country is going now. We because after the whole country is because after. You know, someone is doing. And also, you can go to the court and see the case and you must say law for your head. It's for the rule of law. What I'm not doing was wrong.
Okay.
You got into a law for the future. Nothing happened to the phone to go. Then you go again, you got it and you get pulled back and you're fighting for faith. After doing everything, you went back to your play. You want to answer yesterday. So feel like you want to go to it, what kind of food you didn't know? But not even know that everything are going to aware of it. The place was doing so that someone mentioned that they did after the way I said yesterday. So call you all and expect to come and take charge of the matter. It's wrong. They need to stop it.
Thank you.
We need justice for the matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Masisi, and folks, that's all the time. And all of you, thank you so much. Thanks to all of you for your contribution. Amos is saying that we need to handle our own matter because America will not have the time to do it. They are here and listening, following everything that is unfolding in the country. They cannot speak to it. So we need to pour our own thing. Let's handle our own thing and forget about calling on others to come and sort out things for us. Folks, my name is Winner. Thanks for listening. We'll be here tomorrow by God's grace for the What's on Your Mind edition of the show.